announcements. In theory, if people get out of hand, you can block somebody. Realistically, nobody's ever gotten that out of hand, but you know, 'tis the season. It's the holiday time, right? So the more mods, the merrier. And who is it? Maravi Designs. Yes, I'm gonna mod you too. There you go. So, but test it out. You know, this is a relatively safe space, by the way, to test out the different features, because you're talking, you know, among sellers for the most part. If we have buyers, again, they need to understand that when we put on our shows, it's not just the time in front of the camera. We spend a lot of time getting ready for that. And then afterward, there is the shipping. And after this, I'll be doing the ship show. So I'm going to drop you guys off in trusted hands, and then I'll relaunch under the ship show right at the start of the hour. So we have a busy day. So whatever you're hoping to do, whether that's get ready for your shows, and we'll talk about how to do that with YouTube, or if it's after the show, we'll talk about that on the ship show. So I think it'll definitely. Who just installed OBS? You might become the expert. That is a software platform that I still don't have expertise in. So it's good to know. And I would love your feedback on upcoming episodes. Tell us what features, you know, you're able to use and what's giving you trouble, because we want to work through solutions. We don't want to waste anybody's time. Who else is in here? We have a lot of mods now. Leslie Chick, are you new to Whatnot, or are you new to the show? Or were you here last week? Now, I'm noticing with this sign, it needs to go way high so you can see Stay Home to Shop, one word, common spelling. That's where you're going to find me on YouTube. That's where you're going to find me on Whatnot. It needs to go way high, or I need to like do some different setup. But I'm going to tell you, anybody want to guess how much I paid for this? Take a gander. And I will tell you the secret is on my YouTube channel right now. So take a gander. How much did I pay for this lovely sign? And everybody can read, Stay Home to Shop, correct? Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine too. But if it's always visible where I don't have to keep moving myself, I think it's going to be, somebody said $10. Would anybody like me to sell this starting at $10? I'd make a profit. Would anybody like me to do this starting at $10? I'm joking. I don't sell my trademark. However, I'm going to tell you how you can do this sign for less than $1. Are you ready? I went to Dollar General. You like my laugh. Well, you are allowed to tip. You are always allowed to tip, and the tips will set you free. I went to Dollar General when they have after holiday clearance. These are standing signs ripped off the stand on the back, peeled off the price tag, and I used their, yes, I did use their decals. I found these for 1 penny, and I also used their little magnetic frame. I just Velcroed it on, and that cost another penny. So all in, I'm going to tell you, I did have to add my own hanging hardware. Oh my gosh, that really set me back, but still less than $1. I would say maybe about 5 cents. So for 5 cents, depending on when you do your shopping, you could probably have something fantastic that really has your name all over it. And I have offered to sell you guys these letters in past episodes, and nobody took me up on it. Can you believe that? So I do try to give you the best ideas, the best values I can provide, but you've got to run with it. That's why I wanted to tag Tea Time Deals, because Tea Time Deals has launched her YouTube channel, and I just got a recommendation for a new channel, by the way, a new channel. I got a recommendation to watch one of her videos. Her videos are really on point. Yes, I do penny shopping. I do all kinds of clearance shopping, but it doesn't get better than a penny. Okay, so yes, and I do have a live up last night. I put a live up on my channel on YouTube, and you can watch that. There's a separate playlist for Dollar General than there is for Whatnot. So go to the Dollar General playlist, and I show you all the different things I've been finding for a penny. And if anybody wants to buy it on Whatnot, I usually start those pretty low, sometimes as low as $1. But the point is, when I find it, if it's a penny at Dollar General, it's we're clearing the shelves. They don't have any more of those items. So if somebody wants to buy it, they need to come get it from me on Whatnot. Or they need to go scour and search their clearance sections. And you hear so many people say, I can never find these items. I can never find these items. Well, when I find them, I'm happy to share some of my savings. One other savings, by the way, thank you for compliments. You can always compliment me financially using that tip feature. I'm going to keep pointing these things out because you can integrate these throughout your shows. This is an Avon watch, and it has this vegan leather band. So it hasn't really been used. I'm just modeling it. But doesn't that look terrific? I sold another similar one. It had a little more bling. And that was a Whatnot sale that was just in my buy it now. This one might be, it may not be. So you can model some of your fashion, some of your jewelry, even some of your clothing if you plan to sell this scarf later. Work in as many visual opportunities as you can in your shows because you don't know who's going to see it. So getting back to Tea Time Deals, I get an alert this morning. I need to watch this new short video from Tea Time Deals. And she has a video out that says, load your bin. And it's a really good short. It doesn't look like it took forever to do. It's just her at the post office showing how many packages she sold while she was sleeping because people went on her Whatnot profile and they ordered. So Tea Time Deals, TEE_DEALZ. If that is not tagging properly, let's figure out what the correct one is. But you put the @ signal, the @ sign, then you type the username and it should tag her. So if somebody can do that, I would absolutely be impressed. Another thing you can do, again, get out all of your props. These are from Halloween. These are little glow sticks. They're not glowing because I used them last night. But, for 1 penny, I can use this as a show prop. We got Tea Time Deals. Tea Time Deals, thank you. We need everybody to watch your short videos. You launched your channel. I'm so proud of you. So we need to make sure that people watch that video. Now, I got one of your videos recommended to me. It was the one about the bin. But I'm telling you, my favorite was the one in the middle that's gotten almost 2,000 views. I don't know when that went out. But for a new channel to get almost 2,000 views, you're doing the right thing. And you're naturally going to grow that audience. It may seem a little bit slower right now, this time of the year, because I'm going to tell you something. Everywhere, it is flooded with advertisements. So if you're starting a newer channel or you're trying to expand, it will seem slower, but you're still getting views. So just know that. And I can't wait to see you get your first 50 subscribers. That's going to lead you to 500, to 1,000, 3,000, and beyond. It just starts to, if I showed you my growth chart, it just does start to take off. And I credit so much of that to Whatnot. Without the Whatnot content, my channel would still be stuck in the dark corners of YouTube. But the fact that we have about a dozen people who on their lunch hour, most often on a work day, we're tuning in to share our best practices, that says something. We really do want to see you succeed. Okay, now let me catch up on the chat. You came to say the package was absolutely beautiful. You loved everything about it. Did you do an actual unboxing video? Did you do an unboxing video? And I'm going to tell you, Tea Time, the universe has a strange way of reminding us of things. I'm going to show you something. If you did or didn't do the unboxing video, I wanted to share this with you because I found this last night on one of my clearance runs. Look at that. Wouldn't that have just been perfect? Because I could have actually just kind of had this be the first thing you see when you open the lid. But the point of Tea Time Deals is I did her package a little more detailed than I would with most because I knew she was launching a YouTube channel and I want to give her a chance to do an unboxing. And so I put 1, 2, 3 on the items so that she could go through each one and talk a little bit about it. And then it kind of led into the next one and then it led into the next one. So, if you have friends who are also selling or just really good buyers who would be up for something like that, an unboxing challenge, a special package opening, a surprise Secret Santa gift, whatever, this is the time. And it doesn't take all day. It takes, 2 minutes. How fast can you unbox? Yes, you're trying to edit it because it was your first and a total mess. It was so cute and perfect. Let's work on that together. I will work with you on that one together. We'll figure out a time that we can maybe do a private run this. Oh, you want this? Okay. See, that's how you do it on Whatnot. So the power of persuasion. There we go. We're going to start this. $3. There you go. So, and I mentioned when I find these things in store, I'm grabbing the last of them. So I've got it. If anybody wants to steal it or snipe it from T, you're going to have to bid. That is the power of live selling. The beach is your happy place. And the handmade paper is really textural too. So I'll have to think of something really clever to put on the back. So now you've got my mind racing. Okay, another thing you can do. Now, I love the post office video. Congratulations, T. You got exactly what you wanted. Did not overpay by a penny. And it will go out to you today. So good for you. I'm going to put your name on the back of this. And just so I don't resell it again. Because this has been a busy season. Okay, so the bin video, I loved at the post office because, again, it's in the moment and it's just what people want to see. Now, one other thing is, sometimes because we are familiar with Whatnot, we have to over-explain a little bit, and I'm probably too guilty of that. But at the end, when you do your next one, you may want to explain buy it now. Because when we say bin, I see the bin full of packages, and that makes sense to the average person. But when we talk about buy it now, it really jumps out to people who are doing e-commerce, because that is the exact same terminology that this other website uses. What is it? My eBaby would know. My eBaby has spent like years promoting buy it now. So, use terms that are going to flag views. And I've even had other Whatnot sellers tell me that sometimes they'll do little contrast videos. They won't talk a lot about a different platform, but they'll make some subtle reference so that it draws in both crowds, the Whatnot viewers, as well as, people who love their eBabies as much as I do. My eBaby used to wake me up every morning and say, cha-ching! It's been a little quiet. Now my Whatnot's saying, you need to watch this video. And again, I'm sharing a lot of secrets from top sellers. On the Naughty Awards, I was honored to be nominated 6 times. And I was honored to get 0 of the top 5. That means there are a lot of talented sellers in every category who have a lot to share with you, as well as myself. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the top 5 YouTubers. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the top 5 Whatnotters of the year. If you want to know who these top candidates are, you go to the Suburban Bish, BISH. If someone will help by tagging. Tagging is, what's a nice word that rhymes with tagging? Tagging is terrific. I don't know. It's too early for this. Okay, but tea time deals. So yeah, tag the Suburban Bish, because at the suburbanbish.com, you can see all those top categories. If these are areas that you want to focus your business, go and watch their shows. They're giving you all the answers. They already proved they know what they're doing, and they've made it to the top 5 on Whatnot. No sponsorships. I started by telling you, right now we are getting flooded with advertising. So if you're able to get the real deal, the real content, and you don't have to pay anything extra for that, that is a free education. And it will save you so much. So study tea time, because I'm telling you, 2,000 views for a new channel is huge. It really is. I think it may have taken me 2 years before I got 2,000 views on one of my shorts. So you're doing it in record time. So I'm going to start copying your videos. And won't that be fantastic? Okay, that's all yours. What else can we talk about? We need questions, because I'm going to tell you as much as I can. I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but I want you to understand, when you tap into the power of social media, it really does snowball really, really fast. They seem to be big because they yell at the chat. And I think you should yell at the chat. If you watch my past Okay, so last night I did an unboxing where I show you all this, or I did my shopping haul video where I show you all the stuff I bought at Dollar General for a penny. Told you exactly where I went inside the store to find it. I told you how I was verifying it, all of the above. At certain points when I was trying to do dramatic effect, make a joke basically, I was yelling to somebody who doesn't watch Whatnot. That might seem a little jarring. I may have to go back and snip out a little bit or adjust some of those sound levels. But yeah, that's unfortunately how people get their attention. Now, not everybody does yell at the audience. I want to tell you a hodgepodge place I've seen. I don't often see hodgepodge yelling. Trying to think of other sellers who made the Aaron Sphere. I think is nominated for most informative or most entertaining, but he doesn't yell. He makes a lot of jokes though. So again, kind of learning that style. And as the Naughty Awards expands and spreads to different parts of the platform, we'll see even more sellers from different categories who have different techniques. But I do know that it's a stereotype that, we're yelling at the audience, we're talking to you like chat, we're not referencing specific people. In different categories, that might be the case, but in the sellers I'm seeing, it's definitely much more of a one-on-one intimate shopping experience that people aren't getting anywhere else, even in a department store. So just know that you are giving people a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. That's why people love to shop on Whatnot and return to shop on Whatnot again and again. Okay, the Suburban Beach does have amazing shows. I agree, field trip quilting. You did a really amazing job on your co-hosting, which was not scripted or planned. Take those opportunities too. Would anyone like to try out co-hosting? We have a few minutes. You can do that. Now, one of the things with co-hosting is you can get feedback from the audience before you go live on your show. So if I need to know, can you guys read the signs? Do I need to adjust the lighting? Things like that. That can be huge for co-hosting. Another thing is, does anybody want to volunteer their YouTube channel for a quick review? I don't know if Tea Time, if you want to review right now, because you're just starting it and you need to get, just stay focused. Keep getting videos turned out again and again. So I'm going to show you what I can do on my device, assuming the technology cooperates. So give me a second. And if we have to enter the show, we will. But you can yap with the best of them. Absolutely. That's the most important thing. And you did your sign faster than I did mine when we talked about that on your co-hosting, just putting your name up where people could see the fabrics, because Field Trip Quilting does a lot of flat lay fabric shows. Just having that name in the frame helps give that visual cue or that visual reminder. You're new to YouTube. I thought you were going to say you're just out of the tub. You've been a graphic designer for 20 plus years. Well, come on and show us some of your stuff. The video you posted was 11:15. You didn't realize it had that many views. You're talking about the 2000 with the backpack, the one where it's just saying follow Tea Time Deals. Exactly. It'll pick up views before you even know it. And just like you said, load up your bin, load up your YouTube, because we're on a 24/7 cycle, and you're getting views from all over the world. And when you get enough, you'll go into your demographics and it's going to show you who's watching your videos. And that's really cool. But don't put too much emphasis there at first, because they can really change. And I'm telling you, the power of Whatnot does change those demographics. The Whatnot community, when they latch onto a video, it'll start to spike on some of your demographics. So don't take it too serious, is what I'm trying to explain. But the more people watching, the more shares, the more likes. They have a new feature called hype points on YouTube, and that doesn't cost anything. And I'm not sure how they calculate this, but I got 1,500 hype points, and it said because you're a small channel. And so I was just watching a video from a content creator I liked. I said, okay, well, just here, I'll use those. When it went in and tallied them all up, they got 15,000. So 10 people hyped that. So even though I don't think it's a big hype, that 1,500 does make a difference, and it puts it in front of more eyes. So YouTube, you don't have to pay for those at this time. You don't have to pay for hype points, as far as I'm aware. So hyping, liking, commenting, all that stuff, it definitely does help get the video in front of the right audience group, because it really just validates that people are enjoying your content. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Do you guys know how to make a YouTube short on your phones or quickly? Because I'm just going to show you kind of the quick and dirty way I know how to do it. What I'm going to do is, if I go into Whatnot, and again, this is untested technology. So I am going to go back to field trip quilting. I'll throw out a co-host invite in case you can show us some graphic design examples. We love creative inspiration. If you can't, you can't. But okay, so here I'm in Whatnot. I'm going to go down to Seller Hub. I'm going to go to my past shows. The way I do my past shows is I go to upcoming shows, and then up at the top it's going to say past shows. Yours, depending on your version, may look slightly different. I'm on Android. Okay, what do we have? Oh, this is a good one. I sold out of my Halloween candy oversupply in record time. So I'm going to watch my video on demand. I'm going to get to a... Okay. Yeah. Strange to say. When we're selling candy, yes, we're going to sell. Sorry, wrong button. I'm trying to turn down the volume. I don't sell it. Okay, so here we go. So let's say this is really fascinating, what I'm saying right here. I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to go to screen record. And again, depending on your device, it's where you'll see these different settings. Screen record. Let's go ahead and record that. Start now. Like count to 10, count to 15, whatever. I don't need a lot for a YouTube short. 10 seconds looks fantastic. We're stopping that. There we go. Now I've got this video saved on my phone. I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to go to this program called YT Create. I don't know if it's going to say the same thing on yours. Sometimes it'll say YouTube Create. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Go back. YT Create. There it is. And this is where the magic of television comes in. These are all my recent projects. So I'll start a new one. I'll just make it so easy. Okay, this is my most recent video here. Glad there's nothing terribly embarrassing there. Import. And you see that? Okay, so now maybe I want to like zoom in a little bit. Done and done. I can add text. If I come down here, there's all kinds of things you can play with, but effects, transitions, all kinds of things. Let's see, text. I'm just trying to do something really super fast. They've got all these cool effects I can use. One thing I will say when I'm doing a YouTube edit is I want to try to keep mine really fast paced. And so I'm going to cut like right at 2 seconds. And I might do that again, but like every 2 to 6 seconds, you want to have something. So even if the something isn't much different, like right here, and I just use that little clip button, like I'm just going to zoom in on my hat there, like there. Now all of a sudden it's wonky. Okay, so we'll just play that, and that might be interesting. It's not playing. It's not playing. Okay, here we go. Where's it? There we go. And done. So if I want to add text and more stuff, when I'm ready to export it, I just come up here to this little arrow, and it's going to give me the export. And when I'm ready to go, it's actually going to ask me after it's done. Okay, so it's going to create a new video file with those edits. And I did a very minimal. Do you want to upload this to YouTube? So done and done. That's how you can do a YouTube short. That took less than 5 minutes to explain. And you can do that over and over and over. You've got show after show. You can go back 60 days, find a few highlights, find a few funny moments. It doesn't really, really matter. But play with it because it's already there for you. And we will have a co-host by the end of the hour. Do you see how fast things can happen on Whatnot? Amazing. YT Create. YT Create in your app store. I'm using Android. So if you go to Apple, see what's there. I don't think they have a version just yet, but with a basic video editor, it would do the same thing. And the key is just go to your old shows, screen record, then put that into your video editor and do minimal edits. Do a cut after 2 seconds, zoom in. You can move things around. If I want to take the end and put that at the beginning, you can get really fancy with it, but don't try to outdo yourself this time of the year. Just try to get stuff up that people are going to want to see. Tea Time's video is such a good example because all the video shows is a backpack that says, follow Tea Time deals on Whatnot. But it's not obvious at first, so you have to rewatch it. And if you rewatch it, that helps your retention. Now, I am telling you that I love to do edits. I love to help sellers. I love to sell on Whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. Drop the phone. As I try to zoom in here. Okay, we have dropped the phone. Let's get the trademark in the background. Okay. As much as I love doing what I can do, I'm telling you, there are so many people who are more talented in certain areas than I am, and I learn from them. So if I show you, thank you, 9 Dimes, crash, that means a lot because 9 Dimes sells money. So you guys definitely follow 9 Dimes. And if you ever rate into 9 Dimes, it gives the best shout outs that I've encountered. And I see you sampling other shows, so I know you're familiar with the platform. I know a lot. A lot of it's been learned the hard way. I've gotten a couple dings and dings and dents in my head. Yeah, you can try anything this weekend, but you can do it on the fly, which is really good with YouTube Shorts and whatnot, because you've got a constant source of material. And if you've got 5 minutes getting ready for a show, you could have a short going up. You can also use the YouTube to preview your shows. And so on some of my shows, the show previews, I've done all that in the YT Creates because it runs really light on memory. And that's very helpful. You can do it on a mobile device. You don't have to sit at a computer. You don't need a full editing package. And so let me go back to Tea Time deals. Let's give you a visual because I'm trying to explain all this. But let me give you a visual because this one I thought was so good. But the retention is good. And just like Whatnot, YouTube wants you to watch, okay? When it finds a video for people, it wants them to watch. So if you can have longer watch times and if you can have repeat watches where they watch the full, 10-second short, they go back and watch a couple more seconds at the beginning to make sure they really got the message, that is the perfect short. Anything that naturally loops or creates curiosity is going to help you. Let me go to YouTube and I'm telling you, Tea Time. Let's see if it just comes up with Tea Time. No, I gotta do the underscore deals. Okay. Another thing to do is, as you guys want to test your different concepts, make friends and have them search for your videos too, because my results can be different than yours. And when you build in like a search history on a device, sometimes it naturally leads you back to your own stuff. So just, constantly testing and enhancing. You went to the LA Auto Show this weekend. You recorded a lot of content, but it's in landscape. Okay, so you are allowed to use landscape video. When you edit it in, you can just make it vertical. it'll just crop in however you want it. And for shorts, they do need to be vertical. Now, for your long video, since you don't have a lot of that up and you don't want to waste a lot of time, do a 5-second intro and call it unedited and let that whole auto show video run. Just say, hey, this is Tea Time Deals. When I'm not selling on Whatnot, I'm always checking out my dream cars. I'm going to let you guys see what I saw at the LA Auto Show, and I'll see you on my next show on Whatnot. Done. And with your long form, that would be horizontal. So just turn your phone when you do that quick intro. But you know how to do all this stuff because I've already seen it on your channel. In 3 videos, you've proven that you know how to make this stuff work. This is like the fastest success story I've ever seen. Okay, this is the video I'm talking about. So there's no sound here. So you're not missing. I don't think there's sound. Is there? But it's the backpack. It's the backpack to pay attention to. So this is just naturally going to play and replay until I swipe up. Let's see what the next video. Okay, so the next video is actually somebody who I think is live on Whatnot. Yeah, live doing a demo. So it's connected Tea Time with Whatnot. And what about after that? Another live seller on Whatnot. So it's definitely put you in the right category. That's pretty impressive. I'm telling you, I've worked and I've consulted with different sellers, and Tea Time had none of my help here, all on her own. So knows how to shop, knows how to sell, knows how to make YouTube videos. Kind of a killer combo there. Oh, knows how to do raid trains. This Sunday, we're going to be doing a raid train. Run as fast as you can. I got to get my stamina up. But we're going to sell as much as we can, as fast as we can. That should make really good content too, depending on what's being sold. So we have endless supplies of video. The thing about Whatnot that gives us the advantage over any other platform is because it's a video platform. So we can naturally take that material and put it onto YouTube, onto Instagram, Facebook. I think Instagram still lets you do videos. I only know YouTube really. But whatever other platform, there's another one. The Postmodern Cat, I think, said Blue Sky is a platform that allows some video sharing. So any platform you're active on that allows you to put out videos, you've got the material already. You just need to take a quick clip and yes, bookmark the train. Tea Time did a really good job getting everybody on the same page. Is going to do a kickoff show and then is going to do, quick, I think 12 minutes. I think we get 12 minutes. We get a minute to give you a gift card. Then we get 10 minutes to sell. And then we get a minute to catch our breath and get to the next show. So it's going to be fast. Speaking of which, how do people feel about gift cards? I want to talk about this concept because I'm hearing a lot of people say, we think there should be Whatnot gift cards. This doesn't really fit directly under the ship show. This is more of a general question and concept. For the holiday season, gift cards are definitely a big item that is bought and given. Whatnot does not sell gift cards to use only on Whatnot. There are platforms you can purchase gift cards for, Etsy and eBay, I believe. The reason I'm mentioning this is you are allowed to sell gift cards on Whatnot, and you're allowed to give them away. But doing a little bit of research, you think Whatnot gift card would be easier to track and issue. Okay, doing a little bit of research, here's what I'm going to tell you on the back end. It would double the fees because if Whatnot has to issue a gift card, it has to collect money. So there's a payment processing fee for that. And then every time a transaction posts, we go through the same payment process. So just to keep that in mind. Another thing is, and no two platforms are identical, which is why we love what makes each one unique. Whatnot is still a private company. Etsy and eBay are public companies. Now, here's the thing about this. When you do gift cards, it shows up as a liability on the company's financial statements. It doesn't show up as a sale. And the reason is because the company takes in the money, and then in the future, they'll have to pay that as people want to redeem those gift cards. So it looks like they owe people money. For a company that is not publicly traded, that is a huge accounting burden. And also for a company that's not publicly traded, but is bringing in investor dollars really without, I mean, they're not, it doesn't seem to me like it's a hard sell to get people to invest in Whatnot. Every year or every 6 months, they're announcing we've got millions and millions and more coming in. Google told me all the answers, tea time. You said, you're so smart. No, I love Google. I love Gemini. I especially love Gemini if you have YouTube questions, because Google owns YouTube. So if you want the real information source, go to Gemini. But just to wrap up the gift card thing, it seems logically it would make sense, but the reality of operating gift cards, especially when you're growing so fast and you're not taking on debt, you're taking on investor money, it would just do the opposite. It would like kind of be counterproductive. So I wanted to mention this because I'm seeing it happen a lot in chats. People are saying, we want gift cards, we want gift cards. Go to any store, you can get gift cards. They don't have to say Whatnot gift card. You can sell those gift cards. You can give them away in giveaways. And not last but not least, if you as a seller want to give your buyer that experience of redeeming a quote unquote gift card, you are allowed to issue coupons for dollar amounts. Now, be careful here, because just like Whatnot's putting itself out, if it were to sell those gift cards, you're putting yourself out, because now you have to redeem that for $5 or $10 in merchandise. So you need to be able to make sure you're going to be able to do that. But it's not completely impossible. So just think creatively of how you can market yourself. Let Whatnot do the marketing for Whatnot, because it's naturally drawing in millions and millions of people. But, you know, as sellers, we need to think about, okay, so what's going to really benefit our business? And I think for my business, I have been giving out some coupons, and for the most part, I think it's been working. I need to catch up. Nobody needs any more fees. Agreed. Tea time. A Whatnot gift card has never been important to you. Well, that's good. You can also give codes for buyers to redeem coupons. Yes, you read my mind. We're on the same thought. I'm going to resend. Do I have a resend on that invite to co-host? But Field Trip Quilting is definitely somebody who you can call in a pinch.
Hi. How are you? Oh, look at my hair.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You've got 20 years as a graphic design expert, so let's talk.
Yes, I worked in advertising and graphic design for years and years. Sorry, I'm going to get my headphones over here. Maybe that will feel the feedback. Is that better? Am I getting a lot of feedback?
I'm okay, but if there is, somebody will know in the chat. Just keep going until we see that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been working in graphic design for a long time. And so I just started reselling on the side. Doing a lot of like flea markets, eBay for years, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I just discovered Whatnot about 3 months ago. I was a buyer before, of course. And I was like, I'm going to sell, because I think you've seen my craft room and turned it around. It's crazy. So I've been doing a lot of DC, and now I've got some things too where I've kind of tried to grow it, and we're selling fabric. We're making a fabric store. But I'm using all those things from branding and graphic design and marketing and all that stuff to pull buyers in, because when we're creating our show, it's the feeling that we bring to people, right? It's like, that is your brand. You can have the most beautiful design graphics in the world, but yes, I've paid, and then I get it out, and I'll keep kind of referring to it. That's been a great, like, focal point